What's up, guys? Valkyrie here, and it's not very often that I stream straight to YouTube, and there's a reason I'm doing this one. I always talked about doing Cosplay CrunchTime. Well, today is going to be the first episode of Cosplay CrunchTime, and it's a very special episode because some of you may remember about a year ago, I made a sword that lit up. Here, I'll bring this closer so you guys can probably hear me better. I made a sword for another broadcaster by the name of Daniel the Demon. He's one of my favorite broadcasters. He's a really nice guy. He's always been great to my channel. And I made him the Warframe Excalibur Exalted Blade because he is Warframe partnered. Okay? Well, some of you may also know that I recently moved. During that move, the blade was shattered into about 7 different pieces. And I was a wreck because it was one of the coolest things I've ever made. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to remake that sword, but I'm going to make it sturdier and I'm going to make it so much better. So we're going to broadcast this one live for you guys to see, and we'll see what happens. It could take a while. Now that I've done it once before, I know what not to do and what to do, so we'll see what happens. But let's get started. Set my camera up over here. There's that. Plug it in. Alright. Now this is a live broadcast, so I will be responding to comments throughout the video. Unfortunately, my head's going to be cut off about the eyes, possibly the nose. Hi, kitty kitty. Throughout the whole video. I do apologize for that. But, what's going on? Let's set this up so I can see it. What is going on? Ay, ay, ay. This is new, so. What the hell? Alright, so I'm going to assume that that is my cable. I'm going to swap out the cable because my computer over here is going absolutely nuts. And it shouldn't be. So I do apologize for the short delay. We'll get started here in just a moment. There we go. Silence. Right? We have silence, yes? I lost the page where my chat is at, so I do apologize. Give me just a moment. There we go. That ought to do it. And we're good to go. Alright, awesome. So, prior to the video, I took the time to draw out the blade and everything and get it started. So, that's what we have in front of us, we've got our sheet of plexiglass, which is actually the perfect thing to use for a project like this, because the idea is to get the blade to illuminate. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to set a flashlight in the hilt of the blade itself. And with that flashlight slammed up against the edge of this plexiglass, we're going to paint the lens of the flashlight red with a red Sharpie so that it will actually be a red transparent color, and that will send the red light through the entire blade. Kind of like you would see with a Play Toy Star Wars lightsaber, only cooler. So, I have my mask, because I don't want to be breathing all of this crap. Let's get started. It's going to get a little loud, so if you're using headphones, I suggest you turn your volume down just a little bit. Get down from there. You're not going to like this in a minute. So we're going to start with the front of the blade, which is actually going to be over here. I'm going to shift this. Let's get started. Move it, kitty kitty. Actually, I'm going to do one more thing before I become a total idiot. There we go. Alrighty. Now we're ready. Okay. So we're about, let's say about a quarter of the way through the blade on the top end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on the bottom end, the actual edge of the blade, and then we're going to find a median, okay? The reason I'm doing it this way is because if I work too much on one end, this plexiglass is so heavy that it can actually snap itself in half, which can throw the whole project and some of these tools up in my face. So remember, when you guys are working with something like this, be very, very careful. That was something else I was also afraid of. You guys probably didn't hear nor see it. This is why I was wearing all of the protective gear. The blade snapped right off. You got to be really careful, because they don't really make a stronger blade for a Dremel, and if you're not careful, it'll snap and throw it right up in your eye, depending on the way the blade's spinning. I got lucky with that one. So wait until this cools down a little bit. And that's all I've been left with. So, I have replacements. Here. Alrighty, and we're ready to go. Alrighty. What I'm picking off of here is actually the melted plastic. Whoa, that one flew a little further than normal. Melted plastic from the plexiglass, because that's all plexiglass really is just a large sheet of ultra clear plastic. And the trick to this is to keep your blades from snapping like mine did. The trick to it is to let the blade do the work. Don't try to force the blade to do anything in specific. Let it work. Just kind of let it sit there. Just rest it on the plexiglass. And it will grind away when it's ready. If you try to put too much pressure on it, it's just going to snap your blade and throw it at you. Okay. I'm ready to go again. Alrighty. Perfect. Alrighty, it looks like we made it all the way through on the plexiglass that time around. I'll give you guys a look at what I'm seeing here. Alrighty. So all this right here, this is that extra plexiglass that has kind of melted away. And as it hardens, it only takes a few seconds, it just peels right off. Given enough time. Okay. And then we've actually made it all the way through right here. Which is exactly what we want. We want to get it just barely to the edge. And then work ourselves a second cut. This one kind of made it a little further than I expected. But that's okay. It's just one less thing I have to do later. Okay? Oops. Oh, I'm losing myself all over the place here. There we go. Alright. Let's go. And the other thing you might want to remember when you do something like this is, especially if you're using a Dremel, with the blade type of blade that I'm using, you want to be careful. It's just a standard blade that comes with the Dremel, okay? It's nothing special, nothing high class or super expensive, which is also the thing that I want to do these streams for, is to show you guys how to do things like this and make some awesome cosplays on a budget, okay? You don't have to go spend hundreds of dollars to make something look nice. Your hardware store will be your best friend, especially if you're into props. But when using blades like this, you don't want to go too fast or too slow, and you definitely don't want to throw it into high gear right off the bat, because that's just going to cause problems. Because if you throw it into full speed, and then you try to touch it to a still object, it's like a car wreck. It's not going to end pretty. But if you go too slow, you get the same effect. It's just going to stop itself and go nowhere. And it's going to break your blade, because the machine's trying to make it run, the blade doesn't want to move. Get off there. Ooh, buddy. Looks like we lost another one. It's alright though, because these blades are cheap. You can get like a pack of these for like $5 at your hardware store. Just gonna place this. Excuse me. Hey there. Everybody missed his home. For lunch, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Ah.
Camera at that one?
This one.
Okay. Yeah, I planned my lunch perfectly. Because it's from 5 to 6 is my lunch.
Yeah?
Meaning when I get back, nobody's going to show up.
Nice.
What do we have?
Whatever you can find, good sir. Sure. Oh, those are mine. Stay out of those. I guess they should have been free game. I totally forgot Mrs. Valkyrie bought those for me. Should probably clear some of this off first. Sorry?
I cannot ever get these things to somehow open up correctly. Don't know how. They always carry up instead of across. I'm like, why?
Because you and plastic don't mix?
Yes. I know that.
There we go. That's what we wanted. Alrighty. So I'll show you guys again where we're at. Okay. So it looks kind of edgy and ruined right now. But as soon as we get all this plastic off, all this
you got plenty of
off.
space.
Oh yeah, because I'm going to come all the way up here. There's a section, not quite sure if you guys can see it, that comes down here, and then this is the rest of the blade up here. But we're getting there.
Are you sanding it out?
No, I'm cutting it with one of the standard Dremel blades.
That stuff tears up.
Yeah, it does. But it's the safest and quickest way to do it. It's also the cheapest.
When are you going? Packs?
Sorry?
Which packs?
PAX this year is January 27th to the 29th.
Four, right?
Yes, I will be there the 29th, which is a Sunday, so that I can give this to Daniel. But you gotta have it made. The first time I made this, I used plexiglass that was about 3/4 as thick as this one. This one's a little bit thicker, so I'm hoping it will stand up longer and be sturdier, which...
For all your advice.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be okay. I'm covered in ink now. Need to come back over this. Yeah. There we go. All right. Probably going to run this for a little while longer and then start the stream. There we go. So that takes care of the bottom of the blade. I just need to cut the curve here and then the top of the blade, and we're good to go. Pull the rest of that off in a moment. Now, I'm using a dry erase marker to draw out the design here. You guys can use whatever you'd like. I just found it's easier because if you mess it up, it's easy just to wipe away and redraw. But you will cover your hands in it, so be aware of that. Alright. Let's do the top of the blade. And that lovely sound at the end there was me hitting the edge of the plexiglass, which means we are done with the top of the blade. Sort of. Wow, that's hot.
Oh yeah.
Alright. So, I'll give you another...
What kind of sand in that?
I've actually got the Dremel sander, so it's going to be easy.
Or we can get a...
Warlock.
Yeah, we can get Warlock.
Yeah. We might have Warlock do it, because he's really good at it. He took shop in high school. Give you another look at this.
Is he going to be back tomorrow?
Is he going to be back?
Just depending. We might see a little bit of Warlock on.
There we go. Okay, and like I said, it looks a little uneven at the moment, but once I'm done pulling it from the glass, I'm sorry?
Where are you going to mount the blade?
PVC. Once
redoing it, or?
I'm redoing it entirely, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That should be a little less floppy than the last one. Too.
I hope so. I mean, it's still plexiglass, so it's still going to flex, but not nearly as much as it used to.
I mean, not floppy back and forth. Hopefully it'll stay.
Yeah.
Like that.
I can always find something to reinforce it with.
You gonna make it light up again?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Of course I will. Alrighty. I'm going to start working on this curve down here underneath the bottom of the blade. Wow, that's hot. Okay. Okay. I'm getting this shit in my hair. Okay. There we go. Okay. There goes the third blade. Should be the last one.
You're through blade 3?
Blade 3. And
Told
this.
you they kept their own.
Yeah. Ow. Fuck me. Oh, this is going to be fun to get out. The blade is actually lodged in part of the plastic here. So that's going to be fun. The upside is unless something catastrophic happens, I'm not going to break another blade today. The other upside is I have about 12 to go if I do. There we go. Alrighty. Alrighty. There we go. Now, once this is finished, I'm actually going to slim this out some so that it will slide into a piece of PVC pipe, which is where we are actually going to hide our flashlight. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Ooh, cut myself. I didn't even realize I'd done that. Yes, be very careful when doing any sort of project like this that requires power tools or sharp plastic or metal. Honestly, be careful with everything because the world is out to get you. I'm kidding. Don't believe that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm actually going to hold off on finishing this for a few more days as I have an actual game broadcast to get to. You can find the link to that channel in the description of any of my videos. It's at twitch.tv/VA1KRY3VG. That's Valkyrie VG. And I hope to see you guys there. Until next time.